Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. After the defeat of Goku Black and Zamasu, peace was restored until Goku was called to meet Zeno. Like the original, the Omni King wished to host the Tournament of Power and have an exhibition match. Beforehand, Goku would be very excited. He would agree, and he would go with Gohan, Majin Buu, and the others to fight some of the warriors among the other universes. The fights would go similar, and once when Goku fights Bergamo, he wouldn't need Super Saiyan Blue to defeat the fighter. Once when he fights Toppo in Super Saiyan 2, he would be able to hold off Toppo pretty equally. And once he went Super Saiyan God, he outclassed Toppo during their match, and before it could even get more heated, Zeno could not keep up as the God Tablet was not able to keep up with their movements, so they stopped it for now. Now this was right after the God of Destruction matches already started as well. Now Zeno made the plans with the Grand Priest to give them time to prepare. 10 fighters. Once sent home, Goku forms his team with Goku, Vegeta, Android 17 and 18 and 16, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, and they were going to pick Roshi or Tien. Issue was, they need to be as strong as possible, and Goku has a perfect idea. Goku would then find Frieza. Everybody was against it, but either way, he would meet Frieza, and this time he would actually win their little clash that they had. Even though Frieza has grown when Goku first hit him originally, remember this, Goku is much more stronger than his original self. When Goku was hit with a Hakai attack, he would actually control it and be able to get it off of him without damage and without the help of Beerus. As Frieza was given 24 hours, as they already leave, and once arriving, the entire universe hated the Universe 7, mainly Goku, as he was the one starting it all. They would then, once when it started, would then split up on their own, as Goku would battle Kale and Khalifa for the first time, and see Jiren's strength for the first time as well. Belmont would then tell Jiren to take out Goku first. Now Goku would then test Jiren, in base form first, firing a Kamehameha wave, which Jiren would then block it with his hand. Goku would then jump back in a Super Saiyan, he would then charge in, and Jiren was knocked back. They would begin trading blows back and forth. Jiren uses more of his power and forces Goku to turn Super Saiyan 2. Jiren would slam Goku down, telling the Saiyan that his true strength, he needs to use it. It offends him that he's holding back. Goku would then charge up his power, turning into a Super Saiyan God. As they would then clash, they were seemingly equal in power, as Jiren was using his full strength. Everybody else stopped as they were watching this fight. Belmont was holding his hair, stressed out on how a mortal is this powerful. Beerus stayed calm and collected. He knew that Goku was holding back more. Jiren would then yell, throwing his full power attack at Goku. Goku was barely able to dodge it. He would then fly in, delivering a powerful kick to Jiren's stomach, sending the Pride Trooper through pillars. As the Grey Alien panted, he was tired. He has flashbacks of what happened to him with his master. He would then scream in anger, his power so high it would knock off a lot of the contenders in the arena. Goku was charged into the wall as Jiren has now gone into his limit-breaking form. Jiren was outclassing the Saiyan, as he fires a large blast, blowing Goku's top G off, as Goku would nearly fall off the ring, but his hand caught the edge of it. He would then charge up his power, turning into a Super Saiyan Blue. The two clash in red and blue. Goku closed the gap, as in one more stance, Jiren would then charge all of his power into pure Ki Wall, throwing it towards Goku like a massive tsunami wave. Goku would then charge up his fist. He would then jump forward, yelling out, "Dragon Fist," as a massive dragon roars, clashing with the wall of energy. Goku would then charge up his blue aura. He would then yell as it breaks through, as he hits Jiren right in the stomach, blowing him and half of the ring out with it, leaving it destroyed, just islands floating around. As Goku would then fall into a hidden part of one of the rock islands, having little energy left, Jiren was knocked out of the ring. Now this is when Vegeta was having his time to shine, as he was actually battling Toppo. Toppo would then turn into a God of Destruction, as Vegeta would turn into his Blue Evolution for the first time. Now Vegeta knew that he had to break his limits, and he'll break them his own way. There's no Ultra Instinct for Vegeta, as he did not have the mindset for Ultra Instinct at all, even though he even tried to mimic Goku. This Vegeta, being much more stronger, did not need to do the self-sacrifice explosion to blow himself up. He did use a lot of strength, as Toppo did overpower him initially first, but once when Vegeta did use his full strength and had a little bit of motivation, he outclassed Toppo easily. All of Toppo's Hakai attacks did nothing against Vegeta, as he was able to punch right through the attacks. Toppo would then charge up a massive Hakai ball using all of his energy. Vegeta would then charge up a full power Final Flash. Firing it right at Toppo's attack, the two things would then clash. Vegeta would then overpower it, knocking Toppo out of the ring. Now, Vegeta would still have a lot of strength left because he did not blow himself up and be near the brink of no energy. Goku got just enough strength, as it was actually Android 16 who helped him recover and get away from everything. And Kale and Kefla would then find Goku, battling him. Goku, like before, who was struggled at first, as he would have no energy. Still, he got his strength over time, and he would then battle the two. He would battle Kefla first, who would then turn into Super Saiyan 2 by that point, and she would then trade blows with Goku back and forth. Goku in base form was actually able to hold his own. Now, you need to throw this out here. With the fact that Goku is stronger, he would actually outclass both Kale and Kefla, even though he's exhausted. Now, once when Goku would then push them past their limit, they would then fuse, turning into Kefla. Goku would then turn into Super Saiyan Blue, as remember, he's much weaker. He would actually be able to fight and able to damage and overpower Kefla, but unfortunately, his stamina ran out before he could finish them. Gohan would then take his place. Turning Super Saiyan 2, his power level was shocking. Gohan's been training very hard, being able to catch up to everybody else. He would then battle Kefla, and he was actually able to knock her out of the ring. As the rest would go similar, Universe 7 in the end would then win, as Gohan would tell them to bring back all the other universes, and the largest tournament ended. Frieza was given another life, as the events of Broly would still happen. Now, Beerus would still give Frieza his life as a wish, basically like a gift for helping, which is weird since Beerus hates Frieza. But we don't talk about that. Now, the events of Broly's movie will still happen, as Broly was still found on planet Vampa with his father, Paragus, by Chi-Lai and Lemmo. They would then bring the two Saiyans to Frieza, who rewarded them graciously. Frieza has a plan to use the Saiyan for his secret agenda, to use him to kill Goku and Vegeta. As Frieza does not have a chance to those two Saiyans, he needs to find a way to defeat them, and Broly has so much untapped potential. This is when Frieza would then have his men find the Dragon Balls on Earth, and they would then meet Broly just like before. This is when Paragus would then see Vegeta and tell him that his father has done so much terrible things. He would then tell Broly to attack, as Broly would then fly right in, attacking base Vegeta. Vegeta was smirking, as he easily outclassed Broly in the beginning. But Broly begins learning how to control his power, and tapping into more of it, he would begin overpowering Vegeta, as Vegeta would then turn into a Super Saiyan, shocking Paragus. Frieza was more shocked that Paragus didn't even know about it, or that Broly or him can't even turn into a simple Super Saiyan. Which is crazy, because that's such a legendary form. Broly was outclassed at first, but then once when he started tapping into more of his raw power, base Broly was starting to overpower Super Saiyan Vegeta. Vegeta would then tap into his God Essence and turn into a Super Saiyan God, outclassing Broly easily, nearly killing the Saiyan. Though much to Goku's dismay, as he senses that Broly is not really evil. This is when Broly would then tap into the power of the Great Ape, growing even stronger in his Akari state. Once when Vegeta tries punching Broly, Broly would stand there and tank the attack like nothing happened. He would begin overpowering Vegeta. As Vegeta has no chance against Broly, he's being outclassed. This is when Goku would then cut in, as it's his turn. Goku in base form then battle Broly, Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. Now, once when Goku does tap into Super Saiyan God, he's actually able to outclass Akari Broly, easily overpowering him. Now, this would then cause Broly to begin powering up even more, but Goku was still a bit too far ahead. Now, once when Frieza notices that Broly has reached his limit, Paragus has lost full control of Broly, and there's nothing that he can do because Chi-Lai destroyed the little remote that controlled the necklace that he had to shock Broly. Frieza would then fire a death beam, killing Paragus, as he would then state that it was Broly's fault. This would then make Broly freak out, and he would then turn into a Super Saiyan. He would then begin overpowering Goku initially, as Broly's strength is beginning to rival that of Jiren's. Goku was still able to hold his own against Broly, but once when Broly turns into a full power Super Saiyan, he's already surpassed the strength of Jiren by this point. His raw strength alone is stronger than Jiren, and that of a god of destruction almost. Goku would then be forced to turn into Super Saiyan Blue. Once within Super Saiyan Blue, he could actually battle Broly pretty equally and start to overpower the Saiyan, but Broly was growing quickly in power. This was then a problem as Vegeta would then jump in his Blue Evolution form, helping out the best he can. Vegeta was able to hold his own against Broly in his Blue Evolution form as he learned to tap into the power again. With Goku and Vegeta teaming up, they would then have no choice as Goku uses all of his strength and Vegeta's Final Flash, which increases his power dramatically, into a full power attack. They would then hit Broly full force and nearly kill the Saiyan, but he was then knocked out and reverted back to base form. This does change some things, as Broly is not on planet Vampa. He was never wished back there. Shi-Lai did not make the wish in time since the fight went on much quicker. So because of this, this is when they would not make the wish, and they would just take the Dragon Balls, aka Bulma, and then the others. Now this is when Broly would then be raised up on Earth, which was much more peaceful and a lot nicer than he was originally at on planet Vampa. Now, once when Goku will begin training with Broly, Beerus and Whis were most interested in him. They would then look at taking Broly down and bringing him over to their planet in the future. Now, once when living on Earth with Chi-Lai and Lemmo, during the events of the Moro arc, Goku would be battling Moro, and Vegeta as well. They would get mortally wounded, as Moro would then punch into Goku's chest. Moro would have already absorbed the android, making himself stronger. Even Majin Buu couldn't help. Goku would then, with no energy left, he would then turn into Ultra Instinct. Now, wait, let's back up a minute. How did he survive that attack? Well, it's actually because Majin Buu healed him first, and then he started battling Moro. So that's just to explain to you guys. Majin Buu came back, and he battled Moro first, and he begins healing Goku. And even if Majin Buu didn't, the Supreme Kai would be there most likely, because this is a big universal event, and he could have healed Goku himself. Or they could have given Goku a Senzu Bean. So that's really up to you to decide. Now, Goku would have gotten a massive Zenkai, and once when he battles Moro again, Goku would then tap into a new power he never even had before. This was Ultra Instinct, for the first time. He would outclass Moro. Goku by this point, though it is his first time using the form, is much more controlled of it, having trained much more and being much stronger body-wise to handle the power. Now, Beerus would still be there by the way, and Goku would initially lose the match, as Moro would then go on his own little power trip, basically eating worlds and etc. Now, this is when Goku would then meet up with Beerus and he would train with him just like the original manga. Now, he would learn about Ultra Instinct much more. Once when he meets up with Moro again, he would then tap into the power, though it's not perfected yet, nor is it the mastered version. But Goku can control it much better, stamina-wise as well. Goku would then battle with Moro, giving him everything that he has, but Moro was only growing much more strength, as then by this point, once when Goku tapped into everything that he had, it was not enough. Beerus would then break the rules and use his angel power to save Goku's life. This would then cause Moro to absorb Beerus, becoming even stronger. Now, the power started getting into Moro's head as he started inflating. The angel's power was too much for him. He pretty much became the entire planet. Now, Goku would do his very best to attack Moro to try and defeat him, but there was nothing else that he could do as he didn't have enough energy left. Now, this is when Beerus would then appear. Beerus would then handle this as he will destroy the entire planet. He would then raise his hand and actually Hakai Moro from existence. Now, Beerus is definitely strong enough to do this, as Beerus is still the strongest character currently in the manga, other than the angels. As this was stated, that no one is surpassing Beerus anytime soon. Maybe Black Frieza, but once when Moro was completely obliterated and wiped out from existence, they would then restore the planet, and everything was brought back to peace. Unfortunately, since Beerus passed away, that would then get rid of some things, but we're cutting forward to now the Dragon Ball superhero movie, giving Piccolo and Gohan their time to shine. Now, during this time, Pan would still be kidnapped by the Red Ribbon Army. They still made the Gammas, and they're still working on Cell. Now remember, Cell was still made, so they are working on Cell Max currently. Now this version, Piccolo would still wish for his potential to be unlocked. And as for Gohan, right after the events of the Tournament of Power, Gohan was training with Piccolo when he was offered to be trained by the Kais as basically a gift for him actually helping the tournament of power. Now, to actually train, he would then wish to grow stronger at that time, and Gohan is what he wanted to do. So training was a perfect opportunity. Gohan would still pull out the Z-Sword, but he would still break the Z-Sword, and Elder Kai would still appear, which either way would grant him Mystic. Now, once when Gohan would then meet up and fight alongside with Piccolo and the Gammas, Piccolo is roughly the same strength as he originally was. You can see it a little bit stronger, but once when he turns into his orange Piccolo form, the Gammas have no chance. Now this is when Cell Max would then make his appearance. They would let him out early, even though he was still in development. Now this would be the same Cell Max in his second form. He wouldn't really change. Now this is when the Gamma would then start sacrificing himself, but unfortunately he would die, leaving just the other Gamma. Piccolo was attacking Cell Max, but unfortunately Cell Max was far too strong. With him being far too strong, this is when Gohan would then snap, seeing Piccolo nearly die. This would then make Gohan transform into Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan would then easily block the attack that Cell Max threw, kicking him in the stomach away. Cell Max was in charge of a massive planet-sized key ball attack. Gohan would then charge up a special Beast Cannon. He would then fire it, shooting right through the attack, hitting Cell Max right in the head and killing him, obliterating the Bio Android for good. Now Piccolo was then saved, as the other Gamma was saved as well, leaving just the one Gamma left. Pan was then rescued and happy to see her dad. Now there would be peace for a very short time. Now during the events of the Granolah arc, he would still wish to become the strongest mortal in the universe, and he would battle Goku and Vegeta. Goku by this point can use Ultra Instinct at will, and Vegeta reveals his new form called Ultra Ego. They battle each other until Gas, who has a history with Goku's father, Bardock, he would then use the Dragon Balls for his own gain to become even stronger. Now this is when Goku, who was pushed, would then use Mastered Ultra Instinct for the first time and overpower him. Over time of fighting with Gas though, this would then cause Gas to become more of like a hollowed husk and falling apart. Now Goku would then lose the form and be healed. Now once when Frieza arrived, after training for 10 plus years, he had a new form, and he one-shot Gas. Frieza would then one-shot both Goku and Vegeta, and he would basically then let them go, seeing that they're not much of a challenge for him. Frieza was still outclassing Goku, even though Goku's much stronger. It doesn't change the fact that Frieza has been training for 10 years, and he had that new form. Now this is when Goku and Vegeta would then be left, as they would then go on their own. Afterwards, they would then be training hard with Broly and even Gohan, who dropped by on Beerus' world to battle Black Frieza. Now this is when Gohan would then actually step up first, and he would actually fight Goku. Both in Master Ultra Instinct and Gohan in his Beast form, Gohan would actually beat Goku in his Ultra Instinct form. Not. Goku was too strong. Gohan would actually be defeated even in Ultra Instinct, but he was shocked with Gohan's strength. Gohan would then actually be fighting Broly, and it was truly amazing with how similar they are in strength. This is when Vegeta wants to take a turn. He would then battle Gohan in Ultra Ego, and Beast Gohan vs Ultra Ego Vegeta was a battle for the ages. Vegeta was pretty much near equal in strength with Gohan, maybe a little bit stronger. With Gohan's new Beast form, he's still learning about this power, as Gohan's been able to catch back up with the group. Now, in this What If timeline, Piccolo did come along as well. So we would also have Orange Piccolo fighting the other characters too. And Orange Piccolo would actually do a really good job keeping up. He's not as strong as Beast Gohan, but he is very close. Beast Gohan is just a little bit stronger than he is. So Piccolo would then go join his friends and everybody else, as all 5 of them would then go to fight Frieza, as Black Frieza was the main boss of the entire show. With Black Frieza now there, they would then begin battling him. Black Frieza unfortunately would still outclass them one by one, as they would all try taking their turns fighting Frieza. Even Vegeta and Goku were still easily outclassed, although they have gotten much stronger. But fortunately, Frieza was too strong. Even when all 5 teamed up against Frieza, Frieza was still able to hold his own and fight all 5 of them at the same time, which goes to show you just how strong Frieza actually is. Now this is when Broly would then lose control of his power, and he would then fight Frieza alongside Gohan and Piccolo. Now Gohan was in his beast form, Piccolo was in his orange form, Broly was in his full power Super Saiyan form. Goku and Vegeta were the most injured, as Frieza wants to make sure that they're out of the game. They're the most dangerous, and they're the most powerful of the group. Now this is when Supreme Kai would use his Kai ability appearing. He would then heal Goku and Vegeta, as they don't have really any other options of what to do. Frieza was just far too strong. So, the Supreme Kai does have a little option. He would then offer his Potara earrings. They were then surprised to see this, as he would then hand them over. Goku and Vegeta would then put the Potara earrings on, becoming Vegito once again. Though Vegeta was completely against it, they didn't really have much of a choice. It was embarrassing, but no other choice. Vegeta would then power up, as they were both in their full power forms when this happened. So Vegeta was a mixture between Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. I guess you could call it Ultra Vegito, or whatever you want to call it. Vegito knew that he was in a very short time frame, maybe even a few seconds to a minute or less, he doesn't know. He then hits Frieza full force, doing a powerful gut punch to Frieza. Now, Frieza was shocked with how strong this version of Vegeta was. He doesn't know where he came from. He would then begin overpowering Frieza, giving him everything that he had, damaging the lizard as much as he could. Now Frieza, out of desperation, would then fire a massive death beam attack. Vegeta would then dodge it, delivering another gut punch to Frieza. He doesn't know how much time he has left, so he would then put all his power into this final attack before he loses the form, because he doesn't know how much longer he has. Having this much strength does not feel right. This is when he charges up a final Kamehameha. Frieza would then charge up his own Death Ball attack. This is when Broly, Gohan, and Piccolo would then all team up, firing their own full power attacks as well. With Vegito, all the 4 beams would then combine into one, making a massive beam hitting Frieza's Death Ball. Frieza used all of his strength in this attack. As the attack would then clash, it would then push Frieza back, hitting him full force, as then the fusion would then defuse, as they were only fused for about a minute or less, not having much time. But now, this is when Frieza would supposedly be dead. All 5 of them would then fall with not much energy left, but Frieza survived. Being in base form, like the Namek scene, he then shoots a death beam hitting Gohan. This makes Goku tap into Ultra Instinct differently, making him use true Ultra Instinct for emotions only. As he battled Black Frieza, who was both completely exhausted by the way, Goku was able to actually get the upper hand, using his emotions to help fuel his new power. And he would use a Dragon Fist, punching into Frieza's stomach, making a big explosion. Once it clears, they all had 0 energy, barely being able to stand. But Frieza was still alive. Frieza would have a hole in his stomach, but he still had enough energy to kill them. Frieza would then charge him a death beam to end it all, before Beerus would then appear, grabbing Frieza's hand. Beerus has been watching from the sidelines, and while it was pretty impressive, he's already bored. He sees that Frieza is a threat to the balance of the universe. This is just an asshole. It's because he promised Frieza that next time that he sees him, other than the Tournament of Power, will be his end. And he saw him. This is when Beerus would then point his hand out and yell Hakai. He would then completely obliterate Frieza, wiping Frieza out of existence. The Z Fighters are very thankful that Beerus actually kind of saved the day, as Beerus is still the strongest character. It was stated by the author himself, rest in peace, and by Toritaro, that he is still the top dog. So, as of right now, Beerus is still the #1 strongest character, other than Angels and higher. So, once when Black Frieza was killed and completely erased from existence, the Z Fighters would then all pass out from exhaustion, Whis would then heal him, and then they were all brought back to planet Earth to have a big feast. Goku was happy as he looked at all of his friends and all his family, seeing how much fun they're all having, even with Beerus and Whis enjoying their parfait and sushi, eating like crazy. Goku was truly happy, as this was the family that he's always wanted, and now he finally has it all. But then, we shall always be ready for the next adventure. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. I really do appreciate this series has definitely taken off. This is definitely the most liked one in a recent while, actually, especially with the first episode reaching almost 12,000 views already. And thank you guys so much again, as this series will always be special to me because this series got me hitting 20,000 subscribers, and I can never thank you guys enough. I really do appreciate all the support. So be ready for the movie. You guys just gotta wait and see the movie. It's gonna be great. You can watch all the parts in one. Thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later.